Asylum seekers are banned from working for the first year that they are here, and only after that they're allowed to work on very limited, in a very limited scale, on a very limited range of activities, but with permission from the Home Office. Everything is bureaucratically slow, and today Suella Braverman was found guilty as Home Secretary for unlawfully withholding £3 a week payment for healthy food for pregnant women and children aged between 1 and 3 while in care by the British state. There was also a case of an elderly lady who was denied proper support. And it's simply appalling that it's again and again and again, this time Justice Swift finding that the Home Secretary had broken the law by withholding these payments. And this means that she must now start making these payments to thousands of pregnant women and children under the age of 3 in hotels and other accommodation. You can't turn round and say, oh, these people are being held in 5-star accommodation when they're actually not getting basic food. They're given a survival diet of rubbish, of deeply unhealthy food. They're left lethargic, wretched, begging for food from nearby shops, and an 82-year-old disabled woman who is unable to access accommodation or support from the government. It's simply shocking that this is happening in our country. You know, John Crowley, Sasha Rozansky, Hugo Haiter, representing the asylum seekers, they've said this is a victory for basic dignity and fundamental rights for people in hotels, which means that pregnant women and small children will get the additional payments which were unlawfully withheld from them. No, I'm afraid they've got it wrong. This is a wake-up call that tells us that once again Suella Braverman and her Home Office are out of touch, out of reach, tardy, and utterly despicable in the way that they're dealing with human beings. The Home Office spokesperson says we're considering the court's findings and will respond in due course. Who cares what their response is? Their response has been inadequate so far. There is only one response, and that is called humanity. And Suella Braverman demonstrates time and again that she seems to lack that. I hope she finds it. I hope she finds it before it's too late. Because at the moment, she is a person who is badly in need of a wake-up call. Badly in need. And as I say, I hope she finds it, because it is awful to watch somebody slipping so far into evil. And I rang up the Conservative headquarters yesterday evening. I left a message and I expected them to get back in touch with me today. I realised to my slight horror that I'm still paying a subscription to the Conservative Party. I want to stop that, but I don't intend to go silently. I think it's important that people who have supported this vile government stand up and apologise. I apologise. I apologise. And I will find some way to do that as publicly as possible. I didn't vote in the last election, so in one sense, I can't say that I'm responsible for Boris and for May and for Truss and indeed for Sunak. I didn't vote by by accident, I was actually asked to go to an election broadcast on Channel 4, and in doing so, I somehow or other messed up my timings and couldn't get to my polling booth at the right time. On reflection, I'm rather pleased I didn't vote. But yeah, what else can I say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.